All right, so we're going to take a deep dive into this Bournemouth versus Tottenham match.
Yeah.
You sent me all this stuff about it, so you're clearly ready to put some money down.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm ready to get some bets in.
Well, I've got some great news for you.
Oh.
The Opta supercomputer is leaning towards Tottenham.
Oh, very nice.
So that's who they're predicting to win.
Interesting.
And make sure you guys stick with us all week because we've got betting predictions every day.
Yeah, every single day we got you covered.
So we'll get you all set for your bets for the whole week.
That's right.
But now we got to figure out why.
Yeah.
Why is this supercomputer
Right.
liking Tottenham so much?
Well, it's not just some random thing they're doing, you know?
Right.
This supercomputer's running thousands of simulations
Oh, wow.
based on all this data, and in this case, Tottenham came out on top almost 44% of the time. That's a pretty significant edge.
Yeah, definitely.
If you ask me.
So, okay, the computer likes Tottenham,
Yeah,
but we need more
we need more.
than that, right?
Yeah.
We need to know why. That's right. We got to go deeper.
Why are they?
We can't just take it at face value.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to look at the underlying stuff. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Good place to start is head-to-head, you know?
Okay.
Their history against each other. And Tottenham has really dominated Bournemouth historically.
Really?
In the Premier League. I'm talking 71% of their matches they've won.
Wow, 71%.
That's a lot of wins.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it gets even spicier when you consider goals per game.
Oh,
So Tottenham averages 2.5 goals per game.
wow.
Against Bournemouth, that's their highest against any team that they've played at least 10 times.
Wow. So they clearly know how to score against Bournemouth.
They know how to break them down, you know?
Yeah, good.
There's like something there that's working for them tactically, historically.
Yeah, clearly.
That's what we're seeing in the numbers.
Okay, so there's a pattern here.
Yeah.
But you know what they say? Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Right.
How does their form recently compare to all this history? Well, that's where things get a little bit more muddy.
Okay.
Bournemouth are actually on a decent run at home.
Really?
They've won 3 out of their last 4 at Vitality Stadium. Tottenham, on the other hand, they've been up and down a little bit, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Alternating wins and losses in their last 8 Premier League matches.
So it's not a slam dunk.
Not at all.
For Tottenham,
No.
we've got Bournemouth, who's playing well at home,
Home advantage.
and Tottenham, who has the history.
But they've been a little inconsistent.
Yeah,
Stuff like.
inconsistently.
Exactly. So there's more to this than
Yeah.
meets the eye, for sure. But let's not forget about the tactical side of things.
Right.
You pointed out some interesting articles about Bournemouth's new manager,
Uh-huh.
Iraola,
Yes.
this high-pressing style that he's implemented.
Right, yeah. I saw that they're really pushing high up the pitch,
They are all over the other team.
forcing those turnovers.
Turnovers and creating chances, you know. And it's not just random. It seems to be working.
Right.
The stats that you sent over Bournemouth's actually ranked 4th
Really?
in the league for high turnovers. And that's led to 25 shots already this season.
Wow. 25 shots.
Yeah.
That's a lot of opportunities
That's a lot.
to score.
That's a lot of chances.
So how do you think this high-pressing style is going to match up against Tottenham's more possession-based approach?
That is the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you've got these two very different styles clashing.
Right. Could we see a really exciting back-and-forth game?
I think we could. It's very possible.
Yeah.
Tottenham has a history of struggling against teams that really disrupt their flow.
Right.
You know, they like to control the ball, pass it around.
Yeah.
But they've also got the players who can punish teams.
Uh-huh.
If you leave space at the back, think about that 4-0 win against Man City.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
That was a statement.
That was a statement.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Okay, so we've got the historical data that's saying Tottenham,
Yeah.
but we've got Bournemouth, who are playing well at home and have this new aggressive style.
Right, a lot of factors.
And then there's the age-old question of home advantage.
You can never discount that.
Right?
The crowd, the familiar surroundings,
Yeah.
that can make a difference.
So we've got a lot to consider.
We do. We've got a lot to break down here.
And we haven't even talked about penalties yet.
Oh, yeah, the penalty drama.
Right? Bournemouth's Clivert just scored a hat-trick of penalties against Wolves.
First one ever in the Premier League.
I know.
It's wild.
And then Evan Nilsson
Oh, yeah.
became the first player ever to win 3 penalties in a single match.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's unheard of.
Crazy.
3 penalties in one game.
This has got to be some kind of record.
We've got a potential high-scoring game on our hands.
It seems like it.
Even though we can't really say who's going to come out on top,
Yeah.
this is getting good.
This is a real nail-biter in the making.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
Sure.
All right, well, let's unpack those penalty stats a little bit more.
Yeah, let's dive into that.
What is going on there?
Let's figure it out.
Yeah, why are they happening?
Well, one of the articles you sent over suggests that Bournemouth's attack can be a little reckless.
Oh, okay.
They're pushing forward so much.
Yeah.
They leave themselves open at the back.
That makes sense.
And that could be why they're giving up so many penalties.
Makes sense. High risk, high reward style of play.
Exactly.
But Tottenham gives away penalties too.
Yeah, they do.
What's their excuse?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the data doesn't give us a clear answer.
Okay.
Some pundits are saying that it's their new defensive formation.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to play a more aggressive high line this season.
Uh-huh.
And that can lead to some riskier challenges.
In the box.
In the box, exactly.
Yeah.
So those penalties are just waiting to happen.
So we've got two teams that are giving away penalties.
Yep.
And both teams have players who can score them.
Yeah. Could penalties be the deciding factor in this match?
It's very possible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not unheard of for a match to completely change because of a penalty decision.
Right.
Especially when you're talking about two teams that love to attack.
Yeah.
Those penalty calls, those moments,
Yeah.
they can have a massive effect on who wins.
Okay, so we got the penalty drama,
Yeah.
the high-pressing tactics,
Uh-huh.
all that history between them.
Yep.
But let's not forget about the players.
The player's the most important part.
Yeah.
The ones who make it all happen.
Yeah. You mentioned that you were interested in Tottenham's away form
I am.
this season.
Yeah, it's been strange.
It's been weird.
Right?
They haven't won any of their last 14 away matches when they give up a goal.
That's a lot of matches.
I know.
14 matches.
But all their last 5 away wins have been clean sheets,
Interesting.
including that 4-0 win against Manchester City.
Right.
How do we understand that?
It tells me that their defense is crucial when they're on the road. When they're solid at the back, they're really hard to beat.
Yeah.
But once that first goal goes in, their confidence just disappears.
Oh, okay.
They just can't seem to get back in the game.
So if Bournemouth scores first,
Uh-huh.
it could change the whole game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would put all the pressure on Tottenham.
And we know that Bournemouth has the players to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Cliver Evanilson.
They can cause real problems for Tottenham's defense.
Yeah. And we got to think about the mental side of things, too.
Oh, absolutely. The psychology of the game.
What do you mean?
Tottenham are coming into this match after a draw against Fulham.
Right.
Not the best result.
Not ideal.
It could have knocked their confidence a little.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, on the other hand, are going to be feeling good
Yeah. They won.
after that crazy win against Wolves.
Yeah.
So momentum could play a role here.
So we've got Bournemouth, the underdogs, coming in with all this energy.
Yeah.
And Tottenham, the favorites, maybe a little shaken up.
It's a classic Premier League story.
It really is.
The underdog versus the favorite.
Yeah. And that makes this match even harder to predict.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You've got all these factors going in different directions.
Yeah.
It's really anyone's guess what's going to happen.
But that's what makes it so fun.
Exactly.
The uncertainty, the drama, the chance of an upset.
That's why we keep coming back for more.
I know. That's what makes football so great.
And it's also what makes our job as pundits so tough.
Right.
We can look at all the stats all day long,
Yeah.
but sometimes it just comes down to those little moments of brilliance, those
Yeah.
individual battles.
Yeah. Those unpredictable moments.
Those are the things that make football so beautiful and
Yeah.
so frustrating.
All right. So we've talked about the penalties, the tactics, the psychology.
Uh-huh.
But let's zoom out a bit.
Okay.
Where do these two teams stand in the league?
Good question.
Yeah.
Tottenham, right now, they're fighting for a top 4 finish
Right.
that would get them into the Champions League next year.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
It is a very big deal.
Yeah. Bournemouth,
Yeah.
they're trying to stay in the top half of the table.
So the stakes are high for both teams.
Yeah.
A win for Tottenham would be huge.
For their Champions League hopes.
Exactly. It would keep them right in the race.
And a win for Bournemouth would be a real statement. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we're not just happy to avoid relegation.
Right.
We want more.
Exactly. They're aiming higher.
This match is really interesting.
It is.
It's not just about the points.
Right.
It's about momentum confidence.
And where these teams are headed.
Okay, so we've got two teams with totally different styles, different goals,
Totally.
and a ton of potential for an exciting match.
Absolutely.
But there's still more to uncover
There's always more.
before we can make our final predictions.
Let's keep digging.
We talked about the big picture, but, sometimes those little battles within the game can make all the difference.
The individual matchups,
Ditto.
they can totally swing the momentum.
So what are we looking at here in this Bournemouth-Tottenham clash?
Well, let's start with the big one. Harry Kane
Oh, yeah.
versus Bournemouth's center backs.
That's going to be interesting.
He's a world-class striker.
Oh, yeah.
And you pointed out his record against them.
Yeah, he's scored a lot of goals against them.
10 goals in his last 8 appearances against Bournemouth.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of goals.
Can Bournemouth center backs handle him?
Well, based on what I've seen, they've struggled against those big physical strikers, the ones who can win those aerial duels.
Right.
And Kane is all of that. He's strong, he's good in the air, and he's a clinical finisher.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a real problem for them.
I think so, too.
So Bournemouth's defense might be a weak spot for Tottenham to target.
Yeah.
But what about the other way around?
Right. Can Bournemouth's attack get past Tottenham's defense?
Exactly.
Absolutely, they can.
Okay.
You mentioned Kluivert. He's been in great form lately.
Yeah.
He's got the speed, the skills, and he can score from distance.
Yeah. Tottenham's right back's going to have a tough day.
Oh, yeah. He's got his work cut out for him.
And then there's Evan Nelson.
This is a penalty.
Winning those penalties left and right.
It's incredible.
Tottenham's defenders are going to have to be so careful.
Yeah. One wrong move, and it's a penalty.
But it's not just those two.
No. Bournemouth's got a lot of attacking options.
Yeah, they do.
Solanke, Tavernier.
Yeah.
These guys can all score goals.
Okay, so we've got two teams that love to attack,
That's right.
both with their own strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
This is a tough one to call.
It is a real tactical battle.
Yeah. I'm starting to understand why that supercomputer had such a hard time
Right.
making a prediction.
But isn't that what makes football so great?
Yeah.
You never really know what's going to happen.
You can analyze everything.
All the data, all the stats.
And it could still come down to one moment of brilliance.
One lucky bounce.
Or one bad call by the referee.
That's the beauty of the game. It
Yeah.
keeps you guessing.
Okay, speaking of decisions, you mentioned that article about Tottenham's manager.
And Postecoglou, yeah.
He's got some big choices to make for this game.
Team selection is going to be key.
Yeah.
Does he go with the same attacking formation that destroyed Man City,
Correct.
or does he play it safe against Bournemouth's high press?
That's a tough one.
And then there's Iraola.
Bournemouth's manager.
Does he tell his team to go all-out attack?
Try to take advantage of Tottenham's defense?
Exactly.
Or does he focus on defense?
Trying to shut down Tottenham's attack.
That's a tough call.
Is
Those
it?
decisions can determine the whole match.
Yeah, the manager's tactics can make all the difference.
Okay, so we've looked at the stats,
Uh-huh.
the tactics,
Yeah,
the individual battles,
right.
the mental side of things.
All the angles?
Now, for the big question,
Yeah.
what's your prediction for this match?
You know, I'm going to have to go with my gut on this one.
Okay.
I think Tottenham's quality is going to win out in the end,
Okay.
but it's going to be close.
All right.
I'm saying 2-1 Tottenham.
A narrow win for Tottenham.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tight one.
They've got the players to do it, but Bournemouth's going to put up a fight.
Oh, yeah, it's not going to be easy.
It's going to be a good one.
It is, that's for sure.
That's why we love this game.
That's right. The drama, the excitement, the unpredictability.
And that's why you guys should tune in to the Pundit Habibi podcast every day.
Every single day.
We've got betting predictions for you all week long.
We'll help you make some money.
We'll be back soon to break down all the action from this match.
And many more.
See you guys then.
Take care.